Yeah, so just to continuing the previous slide that we should not like neglect those special cases with the color blindness. So since the color blind people they have like problem with the red and green. So in some case like some of the employees might be like in the organization could be or even your boss could be like they have these special problems. So in that case you should use those colors which has like no impact on the colorblind people, right? So in that case you need to avoid like this green and red, and you can use some other colors. Neglecting mode of delivery means like color works differently in print and projection. Like for example, if there is a color might be looks good while it is in a projector, but if you print it, it doesn't look good, and vice versa as well. So you have to be like careful, and you should test before like before suggesting some colors for your visualization. Projected presentation should like use thick lines, sharp outlines, color contrast, and relatively high saturation and luminous HSL. Sometimes colors vary across like projectors, like when possible reviews the entire presentation in advance with projection equipments to give like actual presentation. So check with your projector whatever the visualization you have it before your meetings with the higher authorities or with your colleagues. In printed presentation should use softer outlines with less saturation colors, low luminous and less contrast. So these are like some suggestion given to you. Colors vary across printers, like consider printing a test page that includes each of the colors used in the report on the same printer you will be using for the full print of your reports. This is like some like discussion activity you can like you can discuss among your colleagues so that you can have some more like impact of this chapter, and you can learn more about that one. To check your knowledge, there are two questions given to you. So it is your homework. Just look at this one and find out the answer. And might be these two questions can come in some of your midterm or your quizzes or your final term. So prepare this one. Look for the answer of these two questions in the book. So just to summarize all the chapters, so in this chapter, what we learned about that how we can use the colors. What is the definition of the colors? This there are like three RBG basic colors, which cannot be made from other colors. So other colors are made from these RGB, and we call as a pre-attentive attributes. So in chapter number three, we talk about pre-attentive attributes and of like hue, which is like three RGB colors, saturations, the grayness, and luminous means the brightness. And then how can we distinguish between color psychology? That is most also very important, that every color has different meaning, like red color, like red roses has a different meanings, like yellow color has different meanings, white color has a different like peace, like so every color has a different meaning, sometime in the context of psychology, sometime in the context of culture, right? So every color has a different meanings and color symbolism, and then use effectively in data visualization. And third, the most important thing what we learned in this chapter is that how to design color scheme that are appropriate and good for your variables in your data visualization, and it can give you some meaningful reference value. Okay. To use HSL system for defining colors in Excel, that how we also looked at how in Excel we can use these three like variables or color variables. And then we also talk about common mistake we make it while using the colors, like in like neglecting to consider the color blindness, right? So we should like try to know or try to check before that if some of the audience is like color blind or not, because they're facing difficulties with the red and green. So that could be like affect the visualization and might not give you the result which you wanted, right? So this is the end of this chapter. Thank you and best of luck for your quiz.